Thank you.
How you feeling, man?
I'm so good. I'm so great. Thank you.
The show was sold out last night. It's sold out again tonight. So thanks for coming here. And
Thank you for having me.
This is your only way to see him right now. Welcome back to Portland. Do you remember, do you have an old-timey Portland story, like that one time in Portland?
Oh, man.
I'm putting you on the spot, so don't worry, but you can talk about last night.
Well, the very first time I ever came on tour, I was playing a place. It was my first tour ever, and on my own, and it was, it was the internet, but, it was more like you would hold your MapQuest. But I remember before a tour, and I'm terrible with directions, but I had to be organized about this. You would print out your big packet of MapQuest directions, and the ads. So there'd be ads, and you'd print out. It'd be like one set of directions would be like 50 pages, And so I was there, and my parents came, and to see me play my show, which I was a little I was excited about, but also it was my very first show really in Portland and anywhere nearby here, and so I didn't know where I was going. My dad took one look at my MapQuest directions and tossed them out the window. And we found it, but I still don't know how he did it. I mean, I don't. There's things about humans that are just fascinating and amazing. I could never do that.
So that's an awesome story, by the way. And Josh, you're now celebrating 25 years since you first put out that album.
Yeah.
A long time ago. If you could tell that kid from 25 years ago, Bob Dylan's going to cover one of your songs in concert, what would be your response to that?
I couldn't say it on the radio. But that is the weirdest thing about music. I would tell this kid, I would say, you don't know where you think they're your songs, but they're not your songs. As soon as you sing them, they're just little fish in the ocean,
Sure.
And they swim wherever they want. And that has been something that I learned to embrace a long time before that thing with Dylan happened, but it was certainly made what I consider to be belief, certain knowledge that if you keep on working and doing what you believe in, sometimes reality takes you in,
Yeah. The new album is I Believe in You, My Honeydew. Congratulations on another record.
Thank you very much.
That's right. Yeah. It's not easy. Or is it easy? Is it still easy, or is it? What's the biggest challenge in getting an album out?
The biggest, there's all sorts of stuff that can get in the way. There's personal stuff like thinking that you don't have anything important to say,
sure.
Which I feel like we all have that feeling. And then there's will I ever have an original thought, ever again? And then there's also, we're all working hard to just get by and make sure the kids are happy and comfortable and feel like they are safe. And right now, I think that oftentimes the obstacles to making music are simply the same obstacles we all have these days, which is, how do you get by in an uncertain situation? And for me, music has been something that I will rely on, so that sometimes if I'm really drowning, I just reach out and I play a chord and something will save me, Does that make sense?
Yeah,
I hope that's not too heavy.
That is the correct answer. And you say this record is for your muse.
Yeah.
Yet you don't really know who this muse is. It's kind of a made up. You
right.
Tell the rest of the story.
Well, yeah. I for years and years I went through my life thinking I am writing these songs and when I was writing a song that I loved, I'd think how incredible I am, that I wrote this. I found several rhymes, but then as time went by. And my writing became, I became more comfortable watching how it came into the world. I started to notice that I didn't believe that it was all me. I just didn't believe it, and I still don't. I think anything we're doing, all of us, where we go into a state of calm and kind of beauty and bliss in some project we have that we love, I feel like there's something else that takes over, and and that's not because it wants to do you a favor. It's because what you're doing is fun. Like when you're drawing I'm always drawing with my kids, and my 7-year-old, when I might be working on something that I'm really into with my crayons, and then she'll come over and say, let me help you with that, and that's the way it is with this muse, is like, if I invite whatever this thing is into my life, being this 48-year-old person with my own life and joys and struggles and hungers and things like that, and I invite it in to take part in that kind of banquet, then I have somebody else I can share my most private experiences with, and my most private victories and sorrows, and that just makes my life better. So I think of it as a muse, but I don't know what it is, but it's out there.
Hey, well, thanks for taking time out for us today, Josh.
Thank you very much.
We really appreciate you. Thanks for the inspiration and the music, and I'm going to get out of the way.
Thank you so much for having me.
That's Josh Ritter, everybody. Thank you.